What do you think about the new look WSL and Championship?
Well, you've just shown me it there, and I can't say, I think it's change. A lot of people don't like change, as we know. But I'm not really blown away right now by the image of the... It looks like a sunset beach picture. I'm not too keen on it right now.
It's blown up.
Will it grow?
It's blown up everywhere on social media. I've not actually seen one positive comment. Not one. They've changed the look on the Barclays WSL app. It's a full new rebrand. This happened at the Player of the Year Awards last night. That those who were invited to attend it got like the kind of reveal of what the new look Women's Super League would look like. Tyra was there. She's going to be with us a little bit later on in the show. The Women's Championship is now being rebranded WSL 2, which it used to be.
Yeah.
So they've kind of gone back on that. And then they've had a whole new look. It's gone through a brand wheel. It's kind of orange and pink, and it kind of is like a Hunger Games type logo. And for me, the bit that I'm a bit thrown by is that WSL, which is Women's Super League, or if you're a surf fan, is Women's Surf League, is now written in a font that makes me think of like surfing brands. Yeah, it's like got a wave to it. So I feel like it's kind of further crossed that a little bit more.
Sorry, what colour was what league? What one was what?
So that's WSL. That's
so theirs looks more beachy.
Beachy.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, when you watch the video as well, it's like there's waves. It's like WSL appearing out of like the water.
Interesting. I think somebody just went, right, let's stick that in chat GPT and see what happens.
I feel we've had a bit of an AI job here, guys, and I know everyone's trying their best, but let me just give you a flavour of the comments here. Rebrand, unnecessary change, still no clear support for the leagues feeding into the top two. It feels really badly executed. Perhaps the backlash wouldn't be so harsh if we felt that the branding had been raised a level. Do you know what hell is? Can we have VAR or goal line technology next season? Who cares about a rebrand? The Championship had its own identity and it's kind of lost it now as WSL 2. That's disappointing. You're recently played in the Championship. Do you feel it's taken a step back, going back to WSL 2, or does that...
To be honest with you, I don't really think the name affects the league. I think everyone was kind of used there to calling it the Champ, and that will probably stick for another while. I don't think we'll go back to saying, oh, I'm in WSL 1 or WSL 2. But why they've done it, I don't know. I don't really know. They've obviously felt like that was the right thing to do, those involved. But like we say, it's changed and it's early, so people don't really like that to start with. But I think it'll pass by, and time is a healer, as they say.
Yeah.
It should be okay. But yeah, you're more about, let's hope they just keep investing, really pushing the Champ and the WSL. Not really bothered about the names, but let's just keep growing, keep growing it. It's come such a long way when you look in kind of a short space of time. And now it's really getting to a position that it's good. There's a lot of work to do, especially probably within the Championship, like the level of teams, maybe the ones at the top are a bit more further ahead than some at the bottom, especially financially. So we just need to keep pushing that.
How do you feel about Chelsea's 6th consecutive win?
Mental. They're just a dominant force. They're literally just an absolute powerhouse. Credit to them to even go like that record, now unbeaten. They went unbeaten this season. That is incredible. And I know that some games went right down to the wire, and it just shows a kind of mentality within that team to get the job done, like scoring late goals and drawing games, winning games. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's becoming that way though. I've been seeing some things on social media this last few days about, could it become a farmers' league if you've just got one team dominating the whole time?
No, I think credit to Emma Hayes. She sort of put the plan in motion, and she won a lot with Chelsea, and she set the bar. Sonia Bonpastors came in and obviously done a fantastic job to retain the title. And she's brought in a few more players. I think now it's about teams catching up. The worrying thing is when you look at the bottom end of the WSL and you're going, do teams actually have that money? But you could argue, look where Villa were struggling. They invested a lot. They spent a lot of money. Then you see them going on the 5-game winning spree right at the end of the season.
My God, they needed
to take
that.
them up. Yeah. But you're going teams, I think, hopefully teams keep backing them. You don't want to see, but again, you look at like happens in the men's game, the likes of Man City and stuff like that. Like they are stinking rich. They can get whoever they want. But you just hope like other teams at the bottom end are catching up. That's what you want.
Yeah. I would like to see that next season. And I felt that we were going to have more of a challenge this season from somebody. I mean, Arsenal have gone on a good run from the second half of the season, or when from Rennie coming in. But it's not enough to bridge that gap. You know, I mean, if Chelsea haven't lost a game.
Yeah. You still look at like the Arsenal squad though. You look at the squad, they've got a good squad. Yes, we did say early on, but Chelsea's squad is, they've a lot more players. They've a lot more players there.
Yep. And
a lot of quality players. I think Arsenal then had quality players, but not within the whole squad that you're going, oh yeah, they're going to dominate the way Chelsea are. But you look at Arsenal players and they're an attractive club. They pay a lot of money for the players. The girls are well looked after. So Arsenal can do it, but they're just not doing as good business as Chelsea. So Chelsea are doing better business. So
Chelsea, yeah, like we say, 6th consecutive title, this time with Sonia Bonpastor. We caught up with Aggie Beever-Jones after that win over Liverpool to go unbeaten for the season.
Said we woke up that day not thinking that was going to be the day it happened. I think obviously the previous game before obviously dictated a lot for us. And yeah, obviously we were delighted. I think obviously we've got that unbeaten streak, but we still want to continue that, albeit we've won. We're not taking the foot off the pedal at all, and I think that shows the Chelsea mentality that no matter what happens, we're still going to play our Chelsea football.
Aggie Beever-Jones there, so they know what they want to do going forward next season, but the one that they just can't get close enough to is the Champions League. That Champions League trophy. Here we are, a couple of weeks away from Arsenal being in the final. The fact that it's possible that they've got one hand on the Champions League trophy, despite having a pretty dismal league campaign. Okay, they finished second, but compared to what they've done in the Champions League, why couldn't they do that in the league? Why, after beating Lyon, did they drop points to Villa and drop points to teams that they should be comfortably getting by?
I genuinely think there was a bit of it's the aftermath of the Champions League. They've been on a high.
The hangover?
It's the hangover. It's like the European hangover, and I think that's the difference there between Arsenal and Chelsea. You hear Aggie Beever-Jones being like, no, we're not stopping. Like, that's the mentality within the Chelsea squad. I'm not saying Arsenal went, let's sack these 2 games off. That's not what's happened, but I think it's just there's been a wee psychological thing where they've switched off and they've conceded a lot of cheap goals that they have done all season, if you know what I mean. But it's just a mentality thing. But let's be honest, right now, Arsenal, they knew they'd have Champions League for next season again, but they're all focused on this final now. I guess that's it.
Looking forward to the FA Cup final at the weekend as well. It's Chelsea against holders Manchester United, and we caught up with Aggie Beever-Jones and Weki captain.
I'm really, really excited for it. I think for me, I've actually not set foot on Wembley yet. I've been in the England squad a few times, but haven't had the opportunity just yet. And I think United, obviously, like you said, they're the holders at the moment. I think it'll be a really, really exciting game, and for us, obviously, we're looking to end the season on a high and hopefully get the 3rd trophy.
And it was your goal against Liverpool that obviously helped Chelsea get here and get into this position. Where does that goal, popping up in one of the dying minutes of the game to score a winner against Liverpool to get Chelsea through to a major final, rank in terms of important goals in your career that you've scored?
Yeah, I think it's definitely up there, probably with the most important goal. I think, if I'm honest, I actually had a few chances where I could have put a goal away earlier. So I said I think the first feeling I actually felt was relief that I just was able to do it. But I'm obviously so aware that it was a team performance as well. And for me, I'm just delighted that I was able to kind of put that goal in. And yeah, to send my obviously childhood club to Wembley isn't a bad day to kind of look back on and be proud of.
I'm really excited to be on the pitch, to show the world what we can do as Chelsea and hopefully win it. Really excited.
And I saw your little celebration with Aggie Beever-Jones with the goal against Liverpool in the last round, of a little celebration that you did.
Yes.
Have you got any celebrations lined up for Wembley potentially?
Maybe, yes. We have something, but we will see.
When are we going to see a Sam Kerr backflip again? They've not happened in ages. Oh, she had a baby, didn't she? She had the baby. Mm-hmm. Well, Christy Muse had the baby, but had the baby.
Take it that's it. Like, the comeback is next season. There's probably no point. I think there's a few setbacks maybe. No point rushing it. And wow, again, you look at that, you go, how will Sam Kerr come back? And then, like, that Chelsea front line is mental. Like, the amount of quality players that they have, it's mental. But even to see Aggie Beever-Jones, like such a young player, and how she plays, like she's scored a good few goals this season, and she's quality. Like such an exciting future ahead of her.
That's the thing about Man United as well. When you watch them against Arsenal, there are times where they can be so dangerous. You know, where they get going. Who's your favourites then for the FA Cup final? Chelsea, Man United.
I get this is a different kind. This isn't a Champions League final, but it's the FA Cup final. It's massive, and it's always a great occasion. Wembley's always packed out, loads of fans. You know, it's probably going to be a nice sunny day, but there's a bit of me where you go, I would like United to retain the trophy, and that would make their season like they've really, really done something again. But I'm going to stick with Chelsea right now. I think especially they've not got the Champions League, and I think that's just not how they want to write the end of their season.